Welcome to Freaky Fauna Friday, where every Friday we take a little time and explore some of the freaks of nature from around the planet we cherish so deeply. So please, jump aboard and let's explore the wilds together. Welcome back to Freaky Fauna Friday. I am the great and peaceful Mystery.
And I'm Jay.
And this week, we're going to talk about the sand puppies.
Sand puppies?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That is one of the names for these animals.
Sand puppies.
Mm-hmm. Heterocephalus, gladiator.
That helps me none.
Sand puppies. They are a digging rodent native to Africa, including the Horn, some areas of Kenya, and particularly in Somalia.
Are they like prairie dogs?
No,
Okay.
they're sand puppies.
Well, I know that.
Their other North American famous name is the naked mole rat.
Oh, those guys. Okay.
Did you know they're called sand puppies in Africa?
I did not. This is a...
It's because of the resemblance to little baby dogs.
Well, I mean, the name makes sense. It literally looks like infant, newborn baby dogs. If you haven't seen them, they're pretty gnarly looking, right out fresh.
It is closely related to the blast moles and the other group of genus of Heterocephalus, which is their genus. The particular physical makeup enables them to survive in extremely hostile underground environments. The one weighs with a little over 1 ounce and is only about 3 to 4 inches long. The heaviest, which is the queen, weighs almost 3 ounces and is much far larger than most animals or most other mole rats. They do quite well adjusting to life underneath since their eyes are tiny and their optical acuity is weak. Despite having tiny, thin legs, they are quite adept at burrowing. And they can go backwards and forwards at the exact same speed. One of the few animals that can do that.
That's pretty impressive.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head that can do that is centipedes.
Right, yeah.
Really.
I can't think of a mammal.
Centipedes and mole rats.
Yep, I can't think of another one.
I can't think of a mammal. It's weird. It's definitely weird. That's why they're here. But yeah. Ready for some fun facts about naked mole rats?
Oh, yeah. Bring on the freaky fauna fun facts.
Here's one you didn't know.
I'll try me.
That naked mole rats are the longest living rodents.
Oh, okay. I guess I did not know that.
Now, that may not sound surprising to some people until you really look at what a rodent is.
Mm-hmm.
Like porcupines and capybaras and really large animals that are rodents.
Right.
These guys outlive all of them.
Shoot.
The mole rat has evolved to survive in extremely harsh conditions, and as a result, they live extremely long periods of time. The naked mole rat can live up to 32 years,
Holy
is our
moly.
record, but comparable sized rodents often only live to be about 1 year to 2 years old.
Right, like hamsters or something.
Mm-hmm. Experts continue to be baffled by the longevity of naked mole rats. Some people think they can live to in their 50s.
Wow. That would be unbelievable. You ever seen that video of that person that has like a really old hamster and it just says he refuses to die?
Yes, I've seen that.
And he just comes crawling out of his little hole and his hair's all like wild and falling out, but he just...
His like back legs don't work.
But he's still just doing his thing.
And he crawls up to and he sits in the wheel and then he goes and grabs a seed and then he goes back in the hole. Like doing his same routine.
Yeah.
And here's probably the freakiest fact about them. Maybe not the freakiest fact. This one is weird to me.
Okay.
Naked mole rats have an extremely unique social structure.
Okay.
Not only is it unique with rodents, it is unique in the world.
Okay.
They are just one of 2 eosocial mammals, meaning individuals live in social hierarchy with specific roles and systems. Now, this is much more like ants.
Right, that's what I was going to suggest.
One community comprised of a group of naked mole rats, each who plays certain roles. Mole rat clusters typically contain 75 to 80 mole rats, but can contain up to 300 animals.
That's a lot.
They all share a complex network of underground burrows. The mole rats live in communities made up of workers, breeding males, and queens.
Oh, wow.
like that of ants, wasps, termites, and bees.
Okay.
Now, workers are typically female, and they never breed in their whole life.
They just work. They dig tunnels, get food.
And there are males that are workers too.
Mhm.
There are breeding males that kind of tend to the queens. Most of the time, there's in these clusters, like there's a huge group, and then there's individual clusters inside that.
Okay.
So think of it as like a mega ant colony with like 4 ant colonies inside.
Okay.
With that, normally it's only one queen breeding. There has been cases of multiple queens actively breeding. And then there's other females that help nurse her pups.
Okay. They raise them or something.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
And
a lot for one queen.
Yeah, and I mean, being mammals, it's not like ants where they can take them away and just feed them little scraps of meat or whatever,
Right,
the larva. Yeah. But there has been other cases where some have multiple queens that are breeding at the same time, and then if queens die, there is like a female can move into a queen position. But morphologically, their bodies are extremely different.
Does a new one change?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They go through a morphological change.
Wow.
This is extremely interesting.
What's the other? You said there was another mammal, though, that lives like this? That has that hierarchy?
Yes.
What would that be?
Mole rats.
Oh, so mole rats and naked mole rats.
Yes.
They're the only ones.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty unique. I guess that's a really good freaky fauna fact.
Yep. You know the difference between a naked mole rat and a mole rat?
Hair?
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
About it.
Really?
They just look. I mean, there is probably other differences.
Well,
I'm just talking about from looks.
What about mole rats and moles?
A lot of differences.
Okay. All right. There you go.
So next freaky fun fact: their teeth can move independently.
What? Each individual tooth?
Yeah. So they got the 4 big front teeth.
Yeah.
A naked mole rat can adjust its 2 lower front incisors independently and deliberately, having extreme control over these. Their teeth utilize it for many, many different things, including from digging, carrying, eating, fighting, grooming, and moving and caring for young.
Wow. Okay.
So they're like hands. These 4 teeth can move independently in the jaw and slide back and forth and do all kinds of crazy things.
Like a Bigfoot's tooth.
Yeah, except I think these guys have more control.
Oh, okay.
They can be chopsticks, they can be fingers, they can be, drills and everything else in between.
So that's very unique quality.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I thought do they dig with their hands or with their teeth?
Mostly their teeth.
Really?
They move dirt with their paws.
Right.
But they mostly dig with their teeth. And we talk about that now. Because you mentioned moles.
Yeah.
So moles only occur in certain ground types.
Okay, like ours.
Yeah, but there are types of stuff around here. You don't see moles in farming fields.
True.
You know why?
It's compact.
It's compact.
Yep.
It's too hard to dig in.
Mm-hmm.
These guys live in an area where the ground can be harder than concrete.
Oh, okay.
So they are more like drills in their digging versus like a mole with its giant front paws that are moving earth to the side.
Right, yeah. And they can do it fast, too.
Moles, yeah, they can like swim. These guys, I believe it was one of the old Animal Planet shows. They can eat through like metal and that kind of stuff because their teeth never stop growing. Their teeth will wear down.
Huh.
But that's why if you see them in captivity, they're almost always in plastic tubing. It's because it's easy to change out quickly.
Because they're going to chew through it.
They're going to chew through it.
Yeah.
They can chew through anything.
Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, you basically can't keep them contained.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're changing out their stuff and you keep them entertained, they do pretty well in captivity. In zoos, I know a lot of the zoos will like take out the pieces and fill it with like a plug of like either hardpack earth. I've even not concrete, but like a natural version of a material that's similar.
Yeah.
So it's like rock.
Gives them something to
And they'll
work
chew,
at.
Yeah, they want to chew through it. They want that behavior
Natural
of
instinct.
digging.
Yeah. That sounds like actually like a fun pet to have.
Yeah.
To do those types of things?
Ron, Kim Possible. Remember he had a naked mole rat.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
He went to a pet store, and I always asked, when I was a little kid, I asked every pet store if they had a naked mole rat.
And they never had one.
They never had one. Because I'm like, well, how did Ron get one?
Right, yeah. That's something they adding up here.
This is not an animal that you could own one of them. Keep in mind, they have extremely
Social.
complex social structures. And you can't look at a mole rat as an individual with these
Gotcha.
creatures.
Like a hive mind.
They're hives.
Mhm.
You need the whole package deal, which is, depending on which, version you get, is 70 or 80 animals.
So how did Ron get to be so independent?
See, I think it was a mole rat that's hair fell out.
Ah. Haha. Okay.
No. Naked mole rats are my next little fact. Naked mole rats are extremely resistant to
disease?
cancer.
Oh, cancer. Yeah, same difference.
According to a lot of research, these little rodents have an extremely strong resistance to tumors and other cancer-related diseases.
Wow.
It's through a defensive mechanism called a high molecular mass hyaline that is to blame for preventing cancer. And it basically is HMM, HA is the shorthand for that molecule. This stops cancer cells from crowding together and becoming malignant.
Oh, so it can't basically grow.
They can't clump like cancer cells like to do.
Yep.
I talked about it a long time ago when I was a little kid. And I'm still kind of convinced of this, that I do think some adder venoms could be the cure for at least cancer cell development.
Okay.
Maybe not the cure for you getting cancer, but if you can find a tumor and inject it with that stuff, because that's what they do. They break down cell walls.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it will, eat the cancer, depending on which type of cancer, and unfortunately, there's many types of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And my family has experienced several different types of them.
Mm-hmm.
That the majority of cancer is just that clumping of cells that, they start replicating incorrectly.
Right.
And then that's why it's, so dangerous, because they start eating up other real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they don't get cancer as far as we know.
That's pretty cool.
Number 5, they are unable to thermoregulate.
Oh, meaning they can't control their body temperature?
Yes.
Okay.
Naked mole rats hardly ever need to regulate their body temperature, and they're because the air in their burrows pretty much is always 30 degrees Celsius all year.
It's a constant.
They manufacture, like termites, they manufacture a mini climate
Okay.
in their burrows. So they make their burrows extremely stable. Doesn't matter how hot or cold it is outside.
Yeah.
It'll always be 30 degrees Celsius inside.
I'm telling you, we just got to start digging underground, start building homes that way.
So these eusocial rats cooperate to maintain their body temperatures in situations where that is necessary. They cannot keep a constant body temperature, unlike most mammals. Naked mole rats are fundamentally cold-blooded, since their body temperature can change with the surrounding temperatures very quickly. They reduce their rate of heat loss by laying together in large piles.
So they need that body temperature.
But yeah, so basically they've given up their ability to thermoregulate. They're not truly cold-blooded,
Right.
as in what a reptile is. They still need a higher body temperature to maintain and operate their systems, but they will drop with the outside temperature.
Yeah, they got nothing to maintain the heat in. They got no hair. They're naked.
But they gave that up for the ability to create a stable environment.
Right, yeah. Oh, it makes sense. Because, yeah, I'm sure it's easier to chew through and crawl through all these tunnels and stuff they're digging, having no hair to get caught up on.
That and Africa.
Right, yeah. Hot.
It's hot.
Yeah. I guess if I was going to be out in the sun, I'd rather be naked.
This part of Africa is hot, where they are at.
Right.
Africa, a huge continent.
Huge. It's the biggest one, I think, on the planet, probably.
It's either Africa or, in my head, it's either Africa or Asia.
Yeah, but you know how the way they make maps and the globes? Yeah, it's all weird.
But in just my head, in pure land mass, it's either Africa or Asia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one's bigger.
Well,
I know it's not any of the Americas.
It's no. Africa. But you're just either way. Africa's gigantic.
Yeah, so I know you go down to the Horn. These guys are down by the Horn. It's a lot cooler than being up by the equator. It's not cold, but it's a lot cooler than being up by the equator.
Oh yeah. So either way, hot.
Next freaky fauna fact: naked mole rats can live in a zero oxygen atmosphere.
Wow. Okay. How does that work?
They're immortal.
Okay, go on.
They have an expiration date on their belly, so it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, it's 32 years.
Yeah, as long as whenever that day hits, the only day they can die.
Oh, okay.
No, they spend most of their time living underground in total darkness. And according to some research, these rats can survive up to 5 hours in an environment with only 5% of oxygen.
Huh. So they don't require much.
It can also survive in environments with 80% CO2.
Wow. Okay.
So not only can they really don't need oxygen for extended periods of time. We're talking, like deep, longer than whales dive.
That's very impressive.
They can also sustain in highly toxic environments.
Man, especially for something that small.
And they live forever. Normally, they're very odd for everything, for mammals in general, but for rodents are very odd because, live fast, die young kind of is the rodent motto.
Yep.
Even larger rodents, porcupines don't live that long, relatively speaking, for their body size. Capybaras don't live that long, relatively speaking, for their body size.
And they're the biggest ones, right?
Yeah,
Rodents?
capybara is the biggest living one. So naked mole rats can survive without oxygen. No oxygen. They can survive without no oxygen, 0%.
Wow.
For 18 minutes.
Wow.
And then they can survive a little bit after that, but after the 18-minute mark, they seem to start suffering consequences from that.
I would imagine.
But 5% oxygen, we've seen them up to 5 to 6 hours.
That's insane.
According to other scientific studies, naked mole rats switch to an oxygen-free metabolism that uses fructose rather than glucose when they are low on energy.
So these guys are adapted to pretty harsh environments.
Mm-hmm. So they have 2 different metabolic metabolisms inside their body. And they just flip a switch. The other one is not nearly as efficient.
Right,
and
but
it's
it still
more
works.
it's more like switching to an oxygen tank.
Yeah.
You have 18 minutes and it's 0%, 0% to get out.
Mm-hmm.
If it's really low, like 5 or 10%, you have hours.
Yeah.
So they do this because they create these air flow through chambers to keep oxygen moving through the colony. But when they're digging new tunnels, that's not done yet.
So I got to be able to still work.
You got to be able to work down there and then turn around and go breathe and then go back down and work.
Makes sense.
Now, how big do you think an individual tunnel can be from these guys?
Oh, boy.
Not wide. How long do you think
Right.
one tunnel is for these networks?
I bet it can be massive, but I don't know. Just tell me.
The average colony has about 20 football fields of space.
Whoa.
And an individual tunnel can be up to 3 miles long.
That's even bigger than I even imagined. But they're tiny. They're like the size of my finger.
Yeah, so large colonies create completely amazing underground tube networks connecting various chamber systems for various purposes. These areas are used for sleeping, dining, bathroom needs. The size of the mole rat colony, most of the time, it can be equal. On a developed standing mole rat colony is that 20 football fields equal.
Okay.
Of space. It's much more. Oh, that's like the volume. It's much more space on the outside because it goes forever in any direction. But that's like the volume. If you smash it all into a square, it's about 20 football fields.
That's insane. For one colony.
They can accommodate the entire colony because the extensive canopy, they have accessed plenty of roots for snacks, which is their favorite food. So that's another thing why they spread out so big is to let plants regrow over the areas that they're feeding.
Gotcha.
The queen and her mates have an extremely long relationship, is my next fact. There's only one queen normally per colony, and no more normally than 3 male breeders. While other females are sterile, the breeding male and the queen can create a relationship that can endure many, many years. The queen has a lifespan of 13 to 18 years. And the real queen of the cluster, which is, there's like 3 or 4 colonies. So each of those little colonies will have a queen.
Right.
And then the main queen of the cluster. The main queen of the cluster might be quite hostile to any other females who pose as a queen in their respective colonies.
Okay.
Another female will succeed when a queen passes away, but the title is not automatically transferred. When this happens, when a queen dies, all of these quote-unquote sterile females will start fighting and going nuts to become the queen.
Wow.
They will basically kill each other in vicious battles.
Wow.
And then nobody stops fighting until there's a clear winner. So unlike a lot of animals where somebody will back down, and you've seen like the bulls fighting, and then a bull will lay its head down, like, all right, I'm done.
Or like 2 turkeys.
Yeah. These guys don't do that.
So there's got to be there
There
only
will
be
be
one.
a winner.
Yes, like Highlander style.
Some females may not participate, but if anybody participates, there's only one walking out of the battle, though.
Right. You got to earn it.
Here's another fact for you. I got 2 more.
Okay.
I know this one's going a little long because these guys are just chock full of amazing
freaky
things.
fauna facts.
The naked mole rat feels no pain
Oh, okay. How's that work?
because the mole rat epidermis lacks neurotransmitters. They cannot really feel pain effectively, by substances like acid and capsaicin and other things like that. The rats do not exhibit a histamine-induced scratching or itching characteristics typical to rodents because they lack these neurotransmitters.
Huh, okay.
So their skin, their outer skin, I mean, if you stab them, they're going to know.
Right. They can't feel like that kind of pain. Like if they got poison ivy, they couldn't feel it.
No, and if like even if you put something really necrotic on them, like battery acid,
Yeah.
they wouldn't know.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, it's probably to the fact of their extremely tough lifestyle, them digging and constantly scratching and, you know, rubbing on things, that it makes sense to just not, there's no point in feeling it. You're going to be uncomfortable 24/7 every day.
Right. That's not a life worth living.
No. My last little one for you. Naked mole rats are built for their living conditions. The habitat of the naked mole rat will have low oxygen levels, but the animals adapted to survive that. Due to the undeveloped lungs and strong affinity for oxygen in their blood, it makes these mole rats extremely efficient oxygen absorbers.
Okay.
So they will hold just tons and tons of oxygen freestanding in their blood.
They have to.
These underground rodents have evolved for low respiratory and extremely low metabolic rate for any animal of their size because of their prolonged periods of starvation. The naked mole rats can have a metabolism lowered by up to 25% when necessary without suffering any negative effects. And then they can drop it again with some negative effects.
Wow.
Ultimate survivors.
Yeah, these guys are. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I can't believe a little rodent rat thing can live 32 years long.
It's true through steel.
And chew through steel. Nah, I wouldn't imagine that from these guys at all.
There's no prison you could keep them in. I mean, they were like person-sized.
I mean,
they're just going to sit and chew on the wall.
Eventually they'll get out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you got to keep an army of we got to start getting these guys. We got to have an army of them.
How are you going to contain them?
You don't. You just have them in the yard.
Yeah, I don't think they would do well in Ohio.
Why not?
They're cold-blooded.
Yeah, but underground's constant.
I think they would have a little bit more trouble maintaining 90 or 30 degrees Celsius.
We'd figure out a way.
In Ohio.
We'd figure out a way.
I mean, maybe if they dig to the core of the earth.
Oh, please.
And then roots in the winter would probably be a hard thing for them.
Oh, they're down there still?
Yeah, but they're not nutritious.
That's in the winter. That's when they're the most nutritious.
No.
The tree roots.
Yeah, I don't know if they eat tree roots.
Oh, they're gonna have to learn. See, they can eat it. They can chew through steel.
I don't know if you can teach a hive mind anything.
Oh, we'll find out.
Because even if you like force this one to eat it, and she's like, "I'm gonna go tell the queen," and the queen just rips her head off.
Well, that queen won't live. Then we'll have to find a new queen.
And then you do that, and then all the females murder each other.
Oh, come on! You're ruining my dream.
Because it's not possible.
It is. Anything is possible.
It's like saddling up a great white.
Anything is possible on Freaky Fauna Friday.
I have been the great and peaceful mystery.
And I've been Jay.
We'll catch you next week, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Freaky Fauna Friday. If you want to help the podcast grow, remember to share and give it a 5-star review.